And as you become towards this visualization, you start to ask yourself whether you're taking a secure or an insecure position towards it based off of the reasoning that you've convinced yourself to believe. So, for instance, with me, and it's gonna everyone's reasoning is gonna differ based on you. But with me and what is confident, secure positioning, an example of that would basically be whether I'm striving towards a goal, already inviting that type of vocabulary into my mindset, striving towards a goal that is based and driven by competing against other people, I guess. I wouldn't be able to visualize in the way that I am in life and designing and creating my life if that was my driver for a goal, I guess. And I'm already using words like for now instead of with. And I guess that kind of aligns with this whole trying concept when you're trying for something. And but to truly become, I mean, that's when you're with it. You're with this idea. And and yeah, so an example, I haven't convinced myself to believe that competition against other people is a key driver. I've convinced myself to believe that competition with other people is limiting, and I'd rather just set my own standard and grow in a limitless scope in that way because it works with my effectiveness and how I want to go about life in terms of, being happy and feel like I'm living. So that's would be a drive and an intention that would align with whatever visualization I'm setting out to be, so that I could visualize in a more pure sense that works with me and not get away from it to where I slip into trying. So now I'm becoming. And it could be anything, I'm applying, if I'm applying for jobs with better companies or better positions, I'm not going to hope that I get this job and or compete against other applicants for this job. I'm just gonna visualize the type of job, my standard for a job. I don't have a specific goal of I shouldn't set a specific company in mind and get tunnel vision and throw my eggs into that, because I'm putting myself in an insecure position of being hopeful. But I understand my standard, and so I can use operations management basically to and all my resources that I'm given in life so that I can make moves with this underlying intention, and each move is building towards this visualization that has the underlying intention kind of intertwined with it, so that my visualization is both present and in the future. So it's as though I'm creating my reality day to day, but it's also with a certain future tense in mind that's not specific, because remember, again, if it's specific, then I slip into this hopeful, and then I start expecting instead of just flowing and expecting. That's also going to put me in an insecure position, so I avoid doing that. And yeah, so I could talk for hours, but this type of thinking and the way of thinking about this is kind of how you can establish more of a clear visualization into your life and ask yourself, am I trying or am I becoming in life? Am I really creating my reality in a visualized sense, or am I just trying for something that I'm not even completely convinced towards? I haven't really reflected and thought it out all the way on, or am I faking it? Am I doing it for some dramatic reason? Am I striving towards this crazy goal because I want other people to think that I'm just this deep driven person who does these types of things? Are you doing it for others? Are you just creating? Are you just fucking you just want to design and create a certain reality and go for it because you're like, I don't want to live any other way? Just being true with to yourself in that way. Where do you lie? Do you feel like you try too much in life? Do you feel like you become a lot after seeing this video and you reflect on it? What's your distribution like, I guess, for how you go about life? Do you feel as though when people talk about visualization, you don't really understand what they're meaning? They're just picturing something in their head, and then they set that goal, and then they try for it. Or do you think that you could reflect on it a little more and kind of, obviously it's going to take a lot of more explaining and a lot more of your own self-reflection to really understand what I'm talking about. But you can always start, and the more you reflect, the more you're just going to be able to process a concept. You can listen all day long, but your ability to process something is limitless. You can process living in the present limitlessly. It goes so fucking deep, and the more you process it and the more you understand it, the greater awareness you're going to get, and the more you're going to be able to apply it.